Hello and welcome to Earth Check with me, your host Emmanuel Kutosi, where we explore the pulse of our planet, beginning right here in our backyard. And thank you for keeping it tuned, because now, today, we have a very, very key show looking at climate education. The World Water Day is a United Nations observance established in 1993, aimed at highlighting the importance of fresh water and global water challenges, while also promoting the implementation of Sustainable Development Goal number 6, ensuring water and sanitation for all by 2030. Under the Tana Athi Waterworks Development Agency, several projects are being implemented in schools identified as lacking adequate water services within Kitui County.
Project we are handing over today is a borehole, a complete water structure for the Kitui Mentally Handicapped School, which is a borehole that has been drilled, equipped, and has been serving for a number of months.
The Deputy Director of Water in Kitui, Philip Nzula, has urged the public to protect these projects from vandalism, warning that such damage disrupts water supply in schools and communities.
Done this deliberately so that we know schools have been left behind in terms of water access, and this is something that as a county has also picked up, so that we ensure every student doesn't have a problem of water.
The theme for the 2026 World Water Day is Where Water Flows, Equality Grows, emphasizing the link between water, sanitation, and gender equality. Water challenges disproportionately affect women and girls. At the same time, the 2026 United Nations World Water Development Report, prepared by UNESCO, highlights water and gender issues, providing key data on the status of women and girls in accessing water and sanitation. And away from matters on the World Water Day, that is usually commemorated on every 22nd day of the month of March across the globe, we move to other matters touching on forest. Today, we are taking you deep into the heart of Kenya's Green Mission, a journey that stretches from the semi-arid lands of Mbere to the historic trails of Karura Forest and all the way to the global stage. This week, the world marked the International Day of Forest, and this year's theme is one that reaffirms the entire understanding of nature, forests, and economies. It's a powerful idea that moves trees from being just a conservation issue to the very bedrock of our economic future. But what does that actually look like on the ground? Today, we are cutting through the noise to give you the full picture, from the seedlings in the soil to the policies shaping our national landscape. Let's get into it. Our story begins in Random, Mbere North, Embu County, at the ACK St. Mary Magdalene High School for the Deaf. It's a place where the Kenya Forest Service KFS chose to mark this important day by doing what has become a familiar ritual: planting trees. But look closer. They planted 5,000 tree seedlings. But here's the detail that matters. About 30% of those were fruit trees. Miriam Kamau, the Embu County Forest Conservator, put it perfectly. She explained that this isn't just about canopy cover. For a school that frequently faces food shortages, these mangoes, avocados, and oranges are a direct line to nutrition security. It's a small-scale, powerful example of the 2026 theme in action, using forest to support economies, starting the plight in the schoolyard.
Coverage ya mbele iko chini, hata kama ya Embu mzima yetu kwa forest cover yetu tumefikisha 12%, that is forest. And then tree cover ndio iko 28. Mahali tuko tunaona ni kidogo, iko below 50. Hata hiyo unasikia ni ya maybe kwa sababu tuko na misitu ya serikali, tuko na milima yenye iko reserved, lakini kwa mashamba hapa mbele bado tuko bali. Bere yote, Bere North na Bere South na Embu, area kubwa ya kupanda miti iko hapa Bere North na Bere South. So tunaomba kwa sababu hatujafikisha nusu. Tena kuna mambo ya miraa, kuna watu wamekuja wameuza mashamba, miti imekatakatwa, so tunataka watu warudishe miti.
This initiative in Embu is also a strategic move. Mbere is a semi-arid region where forest cover is below the recommended levels. The department is now intensifying planting here to bring it closer to the levels of the greener Upper Embu, and they are not doing it alone. The conservator highlighted a whole society approach, working with youth service officers and county government. Their mission to go farm to farm, sensitizing communities, distributing seedlings, and helping farmers plant and care for them.
Dhumuni ya siku ya leo ni forest and economies. Pia ile miti tumepanda hapa, tumepanda miti ya kienyeji, tumepanda miti ya exotics kwa mashamba, na pia tumepanda fruit trees. Mwongozo wetu ikiwa forest and economies, tunaona ni vizuri kuweka miti ya matunda. Hivi sasa tumepanda avocado, tumepanda maembe. Maembe sana sana ni ya hii area kwa sababu hii area ni area kame arid, semi arid area. Na pia hata tumepanda pixies. Ndio watoto watakuwa na chakula. Kama kulikuwa pengine hawana chakula ya kutosha, watakuwa wanatumia hii matunda. Na hii pia ni mambo president ameshikilia vizuri sana, na atatuambia hata kama tunajumuika na miti ya kawaida ni vizuri pia 30% ya miti yote yenye tunapanda ikuwe ni fruit trees, ndio tukuwe na food security na pia to improve economy, because matunda kama yenye tumepanda siku ya leo itatoshelesha watoto kukula, kwa sababu hatutaki kuwa ati bora lishe, tunataka lishe bora. Kwa hivyo tukiwapandia haya matunda, ikikomaa the next 2-3 years watakuwa na matunda hapa na watapata lishe bora.
So want to clarify kitu kidogo tu. Wamekuwa wakisema kwamba ati Karura Forest imekatwa ama imechukuliwa. Nataka niwaambie Karura Forest is going nowhere. Karura Forest in Nairobi will remain protected, safeguarded. It's Karura Forest in Nairobi. What is there is a 3-acre tree seedling center ambayo imekuwa hapo since 1997, na ile ilikuwa ya kusema NYS watakuwa pale. There was staff housing. That is the section that remains, and nobody else is going to touch Karura Forest.
The Kenya Forest Service quickly clarified the situation. The works are a part of a nationwide initiative to expand tree nurseries and strengthen forest restoration efforts. It's a reminder that as we ramp up our national tree growing program, existing forest lands are often the frontier of this work, requiring careful communication to balance restoration goals with public concerns. This balancing act is the art of a much larger ambition. Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi, speaking at the Maragoli Hills in Vihiga County, reaffirmed the government's commitment through the National Tree Growing Program to increase the country's tree cover to at least 30% in the next 6 years. That's part of a broader target to grow 15 billion trees by 2032. But why is this so urgent? It's about more than just looking green. It's about climate resilience, restoring degraded landscapes, and as the Prime CS put it, creating new opportunities for green jobs and community livelihoods. Here's where the economic theme gets really interesting. Mudavadi made a direct link between the forest restoration and a massive infrastructure project, the new Naivasha-Kisumu-Malaba Standard Gauge Railway. He explained that this railway, connecting Kenya to Uganda and the rest of the East Africa region, will be carrying 4,000 tons of cargo per trip.
Forest resources also support livelihoods through beekeeping, ecotourism, sustainable timber production, tree nursery enterprises, and other activities. Furthermore, wood fuel and charcoal remain a major source of energy for many households, highlighting the continued importance of sustainable forest management. I wish to reaffirm the government's commitment through the National Tree Growing Program to increase our country's tree cover to at least 30% in the next 6 years. We shall restore degraded landscapes and protect our country's fragile forest ecosystems, thus strengthening Kenya's climate resilience and creating new opportunities for green jobs and community livelihood.
His point is simple but profound. For that railway will be economically viable, it needs goods to transport. And for that, he argued, the region needs productive agriculture, which in turn relies on the healthy watersheds and stable ecosystems provided by forests like Maragoli Hills. The forest is not separate from the railway. It's a foundational piece of infrastructure for the economy it will serve. This is just a Kenyan idea that has gone into a global space. The United Nations knows that 1.6 billion people derive their livelihood, jobs, and incomes from forest activities, from timber production and ecotourism to beekeeping and sustainable charcoal production. Forests are natural capital.
As we join Kenyans from across the country in commemorating the International Day of Forests, which is being observed worldwide, the choice of this venue at the scene of Maragoli Hills, which is undergoing regeneration after decades of destruction and neglect, reinforces this year's theme, Forests and Economics, or Economies. We have all, earlier in the day, participated in planting trees as our contribution to the restoration of this degraded ecosystem, and also as part of our national commitment to grow 15 billion trees by 2032. Kwa hii forest, mambo ya tourism na nini itanawiri. Mimi nilienda paka kule Mungoma, nikapanda huko. We can do a lot of things katika sehemu hii, ili tufukuze umaskini. Hatutaki umaskini uwe our normal day of life. It cannot be normal. Lazima tujimudu ili we push away poverty and we become stronger as a region.
At the Maragoli Hills event, the Prime CS urged residents to join hands in restoration, even encouraging them to plant fruit trees for dual purpose, conservation and food. He reiterated the importance of sustainable forest management for wood fuel and charcoal, which remain a major source for many households, acknowledging the complexity, reality that conservation must work with people's needs and not against them. To understand why all this matters, we need to step back. The United Nations General Assembly proclaimed the 21st of March as the International Day of Forest in 2012. It's a day to celebrate and raise awareness of the importance of all types of forests. Within this year's theme of forests and economies, chosen by the collaborative partnership on forests ask us to see forests not just as collections of trees, but as dynamic engines of prosperity. They sustain family and community, agriculture, enhance agricultural productivity, and safeguard health watersheds. As the world shifts towards a sustainable bioeconomy, forests offer nature-based solutions, replacing carbon-intensive materials like concrete and steel with renewable wood, while generating new economic opportunities. From the furniture in your home to the medicine in your cabinet, the economic threads from forests are woven into our daily lives. So what does all this tell us? From a school in Embu planting fruit trees to combat food shortages, to the massive economic potential tied to a new railway, to the fierce public defense of a beloved city forest, we see that forests are far more than just a collection of trees. They are a complex living economic engine that requires careful stewardship, community involvement, and a long-term vision. Did you know that the economic value of forests and trees outside forest is estimated to contribute more to national economies than global agricultural sector in terms of gross added value? It is a statistic that challenges us to think about where our true national wealth lies. We'll be taking a short break right here on EarthCheck, and we'll be back with more because we have a lot in store for you in a moment. Don't stay far.
From classrooms to conservation fields, young people are now no longer waiting for change, they are leading it.
Believe in children, believe in me. If you believe in the future, walk with me. And if you believe this earth is worth saving, help me make my dream grow.
An award-winning young environmentalist Baraka Mweruri is now adding author to his growing list of achievements, launching his book Go Green with Baraka, a publication aimed at inspiring children to take responsibility for the planet.
Do not take this as a useless project or a waste of time, because every seed planted with care, dedication, and faithfulness will have its harvest. And as Go Green with Baraka, we promise that with dedication, passion, and partnership, that our vision will have its harvest. It will have a harvest of knowledge, a harvest of trees, and a harvest of children who will grow up fighting for our earth.
Balancing school and activism, Baraka has already coordinated the planting of over 7,600 trees with an ambitious target of 1 million. His focus, particularly on fruit trees, underscores a particular approach linking environmental conservation to food security and community benefit.
It's so serious that experts say by 2035, if we don't find a solution, climate change might become too big for us to handle. But as I stand here, I don't stand with fear, but hope, because I know each and every one of you believe in the future.
His efforts align with global calls for urgent climate action. According to the United Nations, the world must reduce greenhouse gas emission by nearly 45% by 2030 to limit global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius. Additionally, the UN estimates that up to 1 billion children are at extremely high risk from climate impacts, reinforcing the urgency of youth-led interventions. Baraka's message is simple but powerful. No one is too young to make a difference.
Encourages children about climate change in a simple way, and encourages families and communities to take action. Because I not only believe that children are the leaders of tomorrow, but who are also partners in making solutions for today.
Beyond writing, Baraka serves as the Plant Your Age ambassador under the Green Africa Group initiative, encouraging individuals to mark birthdays by planting trees equivalent to their age, a concept steadily gaining traction among young people.
Is about red. Before you get to green, you must be red. Red is about responsibility. Responsibility asks who is going to be accountable, and the answer is me, taking on the R in the red to be responsibility, that I will take it on myself. Efficiency. How do I manage the issues and what God has given us, be it any asset, be it any responsibility on the environment? And the answer should be very clear. How do I handle that? The answer is wisely. That is the E in the red. And the D is discipline.
His influence has earned him the title Little Mr. Environment Kenya, with recognition extending beyond the country's borders. Experts say that such grassroots efforts are critical. Climate projections indicate that without decisive action, the effects of climate change could become increasingly severe by 2035, making early intervention not just necessary but urgent. Mentored by environmentalist Dr. Kalua Green, Baraka represents a growing wave of youth stepping into climate leadership.
The parents that are represented here, because this is more of the parents than it is for the children. Allow it. When it is properly themed, when Baraka wants to be the future, when he wants to go green, allow it to go out there. Otherwise, we will continue to smile in the dark.
As the climate crisis intensifies, voices like Baraka's are proving that age is not a barrier to impact, only a reminder that the future belongs to those who are bold enough to shape it today.
The issue of environment.
Yvonne Kemuma, KUTV.
Kenyans have been urged to tap into opportunities in the forestry sector during International Forest Day celebrations in Garissa County, where officials highlighted the plan to plant 15 billion trees by 2030 to boost income, create jobs, and improve livelihoods through sustainable practices.
We have various platforms for young people whereby we bring together young people to brainstorm on ideas on how we can change Garissa. For example, a hackathon is what we did previously as Vision Curriculum community-based organization. And this International Day of Forest, whereby young people have come here, is already a platform for young people to see that trees have a benefit for us, not just economically. We can use our energy towards positive change, towards the benefit of our community by planting trees.
Stakeholders said young people can take advantage of the growing demand for seedlings by establishing tree nurseries across the country, as the county forest conservator, Christopher Kapula, said the initiative presents a reliable source of income while supporting national forest cover targets.
Kwa mfano tukiangalia pia vijana, wakati utakuwa wanahifadhi misitu, unaweza kuanzisha kazi hata zile za kufuga nyuki, kwa sababu hiyo tunaziita zile ambazo ni nature based enterprises, nature based solution, kwamba wakati wakihifadhi misitu basi watakuwa wanaweza kupata kazi na waweke mizinga chini ya miti, na hiyo mizinga baada ya miezi mitatu utakuta kwamba wanavuna asali, na hiyo asali wakienda kuuza iko na bei. Asali nzuri zile zinatoka kwamba kwa ile miti ambayo tunasema ni acacia. Hii mwarobaini utakuta kwamba ukilabel vizuri kwamba ni asali kutoka kwa mwarobaini, utakuta kwamba iko na soko na watu wanaweza kuwa wanapata fedha kutoka pale.
Assistant County Commissioner warned against charcoal burning, noting that it poses a serious threat to forest conservation and long-term sustainability, as he urged Kenyans to focus on positive ventures such as planting commercial trees for timber under existing laws.
Therefore, we need to engage in positive economic practices involving trees. That is maybe coming up with nurseries and selling trees. We need to take care of jobs. The government has employed very many people, Kenya Forest Service, Kenya Forest Research Institute workers, and many other workers who work to preserve the forests. And
The environmentalists also called on the government to support youths in producing seedlings and selling them affordably, saying the program offers wide economic opportunities nationwide.
We have the presidential directive on the 15 billion trees. And the 15 billion trees, they have to be produced physically. We must have those 15 billion seedlings physically. And that's where there are so many opportunities on nature-based enterprises, where these young people can be supported to be part of the production of these seedlings and then supply it to the government, even if it's going to be at maybe an affordable price, maybe 5 shilling or 10 shilling per seedling. They will make a lot of money. But you see right now, government institutions in charge of trees, they're the ones who are involved in production. So moving forward, we wish maybe the government through the Ministry of Environment to allow us to be able to produce and then...
Citizens are now expected to engage in tree growing and related ventures as stakeholders say the program could reduce unemployment, raise earnings, and support efforts to expand the country's forests cover by 2030. Atenka Negunda, KUTV.
That the environment is not really an issue for tomorrow. The environment is everyday issue. It's the air we breathe, it's the water we drink, it's the food we eat. And we can't live without these things.
I'm calling forth to you also as the Earthcheck community, because I consider you family right now, as the challenge is on to plant a tree, particularly even within this festive season. Plant a tree with your family. At least let's make a difference. An active call to action to you to do something concerning our environment. Remember, I'm your host, Emmanuel Kutosi, and we'll be going through this journey, deep diving, coming across all, breaking down the science, and also coming up with the realization of solutions that can be able to make our planet even greener, even better, not only for us, but also for generations that come after us. And also, this program will be shared on YouTube. We are at KUTV Kenya, where you can be able to engage and also share your comments, your sentiments. And when you plant a tree, be sure to note on the comments so that we can be able to shout out to you for that impactful journey. And also, I'll be extending the invite to my X platform at _Emmanuel Kutosi, where you can post and share your picture of you planting a tree with your family or with whoever you are with, wherever you are, because the journey is ours and we'll take it up. Thank you for staying tuned to Earthcheck, your weekly pulse checker on the planet that we are on, the only one and the one we have to take care of. Thank you very much.